Hey everyone, I'm Jason Grossclose with MFK Game Calls, and continuing our instructional video series, this week we're releasing a new sound and a new call from MFK Game Calls. This new sound is Bobcat and Heat, and it can be done on our new Bobcat calling diaphragm. I've been testing this call for well over a year now. Tori and I have been talking back and forth. He's been sending me calls. We've been tweaking little things on it, different stretches, different cuts and all that to see what works good. And we finally come up with the right combination. Like I said, after a year of testing, we finally come up with it. But now we think it's ready for you guys, for the public, and it's a deadly call on Bobcats. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that this sound works year-round, because it doesn't. This sound is strictly for approximately a 2-month period, and that's during Bobcat breeding season. I'm not sure how the different Bobcat breeding seasons are around the U.S., but I know here in Virginia, most of the Mid-Atlantic, the Southeast, it's January and February. That's when I typically target my Bobcats. During this time, this sound can be used very, very effectively. Don't get me wrong, I still use distress calls. I love the Fang Cut and Blue Jay Distress, which we covered in an early instructional video. I've used that sound to kill multiple Bobcats. That's a deadly sound on them. But I'll tell you when this works, the Bobcat and Heat sound, is when you get a Bobcat hung up out there. And I know any of you that's hunted Bobcats for very long, you know a Bobcat doesn't hard charge you most of the time. I've had a few, but they're very rare. What a Bobcat will do is they'll slink in, set up about 100, 150 yards from you, get behind a bush, and you'll catch a flicker of an eye. As soon as you hit them with the light, they'll turn their head. They're a very curious animal, and the bird distress is very effective on them. And another sound to close that deal and get them very interested is the Bobcat and Heat. And that's what I'm going to cover today. And I've actually just used this sound on standalone and have really good success with it. And more than likely what you're going to call in is the big male Bobcat, and that's what we're all looking for the fur market. Bobcat fur prices have skyrocketed over the last few years. So, all right, to start off with, I'm going to give you a few demonstrations of the sound, the new Bobcat and Heat sound on our Bobcat diaphragm. And just to give you an idea of what it sounds like, here it goes. Alright, that's just a couple sound demos of the Bobcat and Heat. It's a deadly sound about 2 months out of the year, guys. I'm telling you. During breeding season, Bobcats cannot resist that sound. And what you're mimicking is a female Bobcat and Heat. And any big male in the area, they're going to have to come in and check that out. And also a good time to use this is if you've got a Bobcat hung up out there. He's hung up behind some bushes. He's way out of range, rifle range, shotgun range, and you want to call him those last few steps. This is a deadly, deadly sound to use on the new MFK Bobcat call. Alright, I gave you a demo of those sounds. Now I'm going to tell you how to do it. Basically what I'm doing is placing the call in the roof of your mouth and applying a lot of tongue pressure. What I'm doing when I'm making that sound is leaving my mouth open a little bit, with a lot of tongue pressure on the call to get those high-pitched meows at the beginning of that sound. And as you notice, it goes from high-pitched to those growls at the end. To get those growls, I keep the same amount of tongue pressure, and at the end of that sound, I keep from going from my mouth open to puckering my lips to finish it off. And I'll do it here in slow motion for you, just to let you see how I'm forming my mouth and what it looks like when I'm making the sound. As you can tell, I kind of got my mouth open, and then to finish off, I'm puckering my lips. It's basically a really, really easy sound to learn on this new Bobcat call. We designed it that way. We've tested a lot of different stretches, a lot of different cuts, and it's not that easy on the other ones, but we tried to come across a call that would make it really easy to use, and I think we found it. Like I said, leave your mouth open for the high-pitched meows, and for the growling sound at the end, just pucker your lips. Simple as that. Also, another sound you can do on this is kitten distress, and it does excellent kitten distress. Anybody that hunts around, especially suburban neighborhoods or even around old farms with some barns, you know there's always old stray cats, feral cats like that around. And the kitten distress is deadly on all predators, from coyotes, foxes, bobcats, and even coons will come into kitten distress. And I'll give you the example of the kitten distress and show you briefly how to do it. It's a really simple sound. Just a lot of tongue pressure on it. You're not moving your mouth a lot, but it's just a couple real short, high-pitched meows of a kitten. I know everybody's probably heard some baby kittens. They don't really have a real complex sound that they're making. It's just a meow, 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 meow. And that sound is deadly because a lot of predators will focus around those old barn lots, or even around suburban neighborhoods, you know, where houses have grown up. Everybody has a house cat. They start having kittens, and they end up disappearing and don't know why. Probably because an old coyote or a fox is coming in there taking care of them, and this is a deadly sound to use in those areas. Here's an example of the kitten distress. Basically all I'm doing is applying a lot of tongue pressure to that call, and it's a real high pitched, just small meow of a little baby kitten. Like I said, deadly on all predators. But going back to the bobcat and heat sound, when to use that, like I said earlier, usually the months of January and February. It may vary in your part of the country. I'll run through the bobcat and heat for you guys one more time, just to give you another sound demo of it, just to let you know of what you can get out of this call, and hopefully you'll pick one of these up and just start piling up the bobcat yourself. But here's another sound demo using the bobcat and heat. There's a demo of the bobcat and heat, guys. I'm telling you, it's a deadly, deadly sound during bobcat breeding season. Pick up one of these new bobcat calls. We'll be releasing it this week on www.mfkgamecalls.com. Just go into the distress tab and we'll have it up there. Like I said, it's a deadly call, and I hope you guys get one, because I know it's piled a lot of bobcats up for me, and my fur shed's already full this year. And hopefully yours will be after you get one of these. These Bobcats are bringing good money, so why not take advantage of it? Thanks a lot. Be sure to visit us on Facebook. It's MFK Game Calls. And if you have any questions, feel free to call us. All of our contact information is on the website. And we love hearing from you guys. And be sure to send us some kill pics. Thanks.